Welcome, dear friend. Today we journey with Rumi, whose words carry us through realms of calm reflection, tender love, and the deeper mysteries of the soul. Allow yourself to settle into this unfolding story, a delicate weaving of hope and sorrow, wisdom and longing. The tale begins as a king sends two messengers beyond distant lands, carrying the silent weight of a kingdom's hopes. These aren't just any travelers. They are wise and just, steady and fair, the very embodiment of trust on a sacred mission. Their arrival at Samarkand shines with quiet promise, a gateway to new encounters bathed in hope. Before the jeweler, they stand bearing the king's joyful news, blending authority with the delicate art of craft, like a blessing spun from gold and silver. The words spoken then touch the heart gently. "Oh, gentle master, perfect in your wisdom." A tender calling to one whose insight glows like soft light in darkness. Praise flows openly through many towns, a name carried like a sweet song that never fades, a gentle pride woven into the heartbeat of distant places. A sharp, attentive gaze notices how power chooses its treasures, and how worth and privilege perform their subtle dance. The granting of authority upon the jeweler lifts him to chief, a quiet honor that carries both blessing and the seed of heavy responsibility. Now, as the robe of gold and silver gleams in his hands, it is more than mere metal. It is acceptance, protection, a moment of stepping into a new life with warmth. When he arrives, he is wished to be a favorite, a friend, to belong in that intimate circle where robes become comfort and power turns tender. The man beholds wealth and countless robes bestowed, a moment shimmering with awe but also temptation. Yet pride rises, growing sharp and isolating, leaving behind the city and children once close to heart, a quiet tragedy of distance born from arrogance. Joy dances briefly with companions on the road, laughter lighting their steps. But beneath this lightness lies a shadow. The king has silently marked his life for death, an unseen doom that turns trust to silence. Riding swift on a joyous steed, he savors freedom, unaware of the fall that awaits. He mistakes his ransom for a precious gift, blinded by tragic irony, wearing chains adorned as honor. Do you, who have journeyed with 100-fold content, know this? Even the willing heart can walk into cruel fate's grasp. In the mind, kingdoms and honor dance like dreams too fragile for the harsh light. Facing death, he whispers to Azrael with weary acceptance, a quiet bravery found in the shadow of the inevitable. When the stranger arrives at journey's end, breath holds in that tender space where destiny balances on the edge of mercy. They bring him before the wise healer, the king, offering hope amid fragility, a moment where life hangs between breaking and mending. Gentle hands lead him to the mighty Shah, a dance of reverence and vulnerability, beneath the chandelier's flame, where transformation burns with both pain and light. The king bows deeply, honoring something rare beyond circumstance, then entrusts the treasure vault to him, a sacred passing, a blessing heavy with trust. The sage's voice softly enters, weaving counsel like a calm breeze, guiding fate's course. A young handmaiden is given to the noble lord, a joining that carries intimacy and change, delicate with the promise of fate and fortune entwined. Tenderness blooms as she delights in their union, love's water quelling the fire's fierce blaze, soothing and healing in a flowing embrace. The king bestows upon him that radiant maiden, a jewel of hope and new beginnings, pairing two longing hearts into one sacred narrative. For 6 months, their desires flourish and feed, warm and languid like a breath drawn deep. Healing washes over the maiden until her health is fully restored, a soft springtime renewal. They craft sweet nectar for her sake, care distilled into every drop, and she drinks, melting gently before her lover, vulnerable, surrendered, entwined in softness. But sickness steals her radiant beauty, and the girl's spirit slips away quietly, leaving shadows where light once danced. She grows pale, wan, and the cold settles into her heart, a creeping frost that dulls the vibrant pulse. There is a fierce truth here. Loves born from fleeting colors are not love at all, but hollow, fading fast. Such false love leaves behind shame, a bitter stain upon the soul. If only that shame were the worse to bear, rather than cruel judgment falling unjustly upon her. Blood runs from her eyes in relentless streams, raw and unhealed, the enemy of her soul revealing itself close and intimate, stealing the pride like a thief, plucking a peacock's plume. Even kings fall undone by the loss of their glory, their brilliance fading into shadows. He speaks tenderly of himself, a gazelle born from the womb's core, delicate and wild, innocence spilled by the hunter who has hunted pure blood. Like the desert fox caught in a sly snare, cunning yet trapped. Like the elephant wounded by mightier tusks, his blood spilled for mere bone, sacrificed in vain. He confesses a tragic regret for those he struck beneath his rank, harsh truths tangled with guilt and power. Yet that blood will not rest. Today it haunts him. Tomorrow it will haunt others, a relentless dance of cosmic justice. Though a wall casts its long shadow, that same shadow returns toward its source, a haunting reminder of pain and fear circling back home. This world is a mountain, and our deeds echo across its mighty face, sounds calling out to us, answering our own name in tender return. With his last words spoken, he descends beneath the earth, a solemn closing, the eternal dance of life and death embraced. The young handmaiden, cleansed by love and pain, carries a quiet purity forged in hardship's flame. Love of the dead, though, cannot endure, for death closes the door, barring reunion forever. But love that lies in soul and sight burns vibrant, each moment blooming fresher than the last, a promise of endless spring. Choose that living love, eternal and radiant, poured by the cupbearer of the soul's sweet wine, a sacred intoxication lifting us beyond the bounds of earth. That love, sought and found by prophets, grants power, renown, and grace, the source of all noble deeds. Do not say we lack the strength for such a king's burden. With noble souls beside us, no task is too hard. Kindness and virtue lighten the heaviest weight, reminding us that through good company, our hearts grow strong and our path feels sure. Let us hold this story close, its calm wisdom, tender love, and quiet mysteries, as a gentle companion on our own journeys. Whenever you return, these words will be here, waiting to meet your soul once more.